Welcome to episode 36 of Lost Signals. Is it 36? I can't.
It is 36.
Yeah. I have bad memory. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD.
Hey, I'm Leigh.
Yeah,
Hi, Leigh.
Hi.
we picked up a straggler.
Off the side of the highway.
Yeah. He was hitchhiking. Yeah.
With my bindle.
Yeah. We talked about this last episode that we were going to be bringing some new. I'm not going to call it talent, but we're gonna bring somebody else in to. We're gonna go with a different format for some of these here and there. So that's just the way it is. Leigh, let's talk about Leigh for a minute.
Sure.
Let's talk about why you are the way that you are.
Man, where to begin?
A long time ago, I'm thinking.
Yeah. It all started about 30 years ago.
So
and then it's been downhill ever since.
Downhill. Just this downward spiral of drugs and alcohol. Great. It's awesome. I guess for people that don't know, Leigh and I play in a band together. We played in bands together for
10 years now?
10, 12 years. I think it's
Roughly.
2010-ish.
When did we sign the fucking roof tile of our bar?
I think that was
2010, I think.
I think it was 2010 or 2011. I can't remember for sure, but it's been a long time. So Leigh is a
dozen years.
Yeah, Leigh is a great guitar player. I mean, I don't want to get
Thank
his
you.
head too inflated here.
It's already massive.
Well,
so.
I mean, look at that hair. So, yeah, we've been friends for fucking forever. We play in bands together. We play video games together. We drink beer together, and we watch wrestling together. And we're gonna get into that later. Yeah. No, but now tell us something fun today, Leigh. What did you get up to today?
Well, other than going for a beer with you, but not a whole lot. I filed my taxes. Owe the government some money. That's fun.
Isn't that great?
That's what you want to hear on a
it's
Tuesday.
the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
And I played some Counter-Strike. That was fun.
I'm sorry. Counter-Strike? CSGO?
CSGO.
Really?
I play a lot of comp, trying to not suck at it, and just about out of silver for the first time, so that's fun.
Oh. I honestly didn't know, and I don't mean any disrespect, but I honestly didn't know people still played CSGO. That's cool.
Me neither, really.
Over COVID, it hit its highest concurrent player count. So,
shit.
Resurging, I guess.
I guess the thing about that game is that it's free. It's the big, it's free to play. I mean, I think I bought it at one point because it came in back there was a Steam sale in 2012 or 2013 where you could buy all of the Valve pack for $4 and you got every Valve game. All of them.
I think I bought the same pack.
Yeah. It was great. And it was in there. Like CS:GO or CS Source and 1.6, fuck all of them, like both Portals. Yeah. I mean, I had owned Portal already, Portal 2. And
CS:GO predates PUBG and Fortnite, right?
Oh fuck, by decades.
CS:GO came out in 2012. Counter-Strike was the first major, spin-off, I guess, of Half-Life.
Right.
So
I knew that.
Yeah.
That and Team Fortress back in 2000, I think that started. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was in that orange box series that you could buy for Xbox 360 because I had that. It was the first Portal. It had Team Fortress and was it Counter-Strike? I don't know if it was. I can't remember.
I had it. It was Portal, Half-Life or Half-Life 2. Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike Source, and something. No, maybe Counter-Strike wasn't in it. Maybe you're right.
I don't think it was.
Hang on. I have a computer in front of me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a revelation that Darrell and I do every single fucking time.
I don't know.
What's the answer to this? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, man. JD,
it was just Half-Life, Team Fortress, and Portal.
I never played a whole bunch of Team Fortress.
Never played it at all.
Yeah. It's not. I don't know.
I was forced into playing Portal once with a buddy of mine because he wanted to get all the achievements off of Portal.
Yeah,
So I was like, just hold this controller and do what I do when I say do what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, fine.
I fucking like Portal 2 is like in my top like probably like 3 games.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
It's great. It's fun. I mean, it's puzzle building. Like it's a puzzle game.
So how did you two meet, Leigh and Darrell?
Well,
you went to school with my brother.
Yeah.
Like you're a year younger than my brother, so
Yeah.
I've known you pretty much my whole life.
yeah. I remember you being this when I was in high school. There's 10 years between us.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Like almost like pretty close to 10 years or like right around there. But I remember
Are you saying you're older than me, or are you like way younger?
he's way younger than you.
Oh, okay.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just turned 41. So
Right. Okay.
But I remember when I was in high school, Leigh was this kind of goofy kid, walking around with pretty much the same haircut that you have now. Just a
For the most part.
this big fucking fro of fucking curly hair and just just like goofy look on his face. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then through our mutual friend Tyler, because I've known Tyler for years, we kind of got back in touch right when you hit bar age.
No, man, I started drinking with you when I was underage at the
All
bars, and then I brought Tyler in to play guitar with us.
Oh, I wasn't going to bring up that you were underage in the bar, but whatever.
I think the statute of limitations expired on that about 15 years ago.
fucking a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Statute of limitations ended as soon as you left that bar.
pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pretty much. But
They
yeah,
never caught us.
you used to come to karaoke night in Cudworth Bar with me and Dwayne. We just get shit faced, and I would sing and make an ass out of myself, and just, yeah. And then we were talking in the bar and I mentioned that I play bass on and off, and I had a couple at the time, and he's like, oh, I play guitar. Let's hook up and let's play some tunes and shit, and it kind of all went again downhill from there. So
Yeah, that's pretty apt, I would say.
yeah.
So you guys are currently in the same band like now.
Yes.
We've been in like 4 bands together.
Okay.
First one was DTF, which is like at the time, like it was funny at the time. Now it's like the worst band name ever.
Hey, it made sense. We were Darrell, Tyler, and Flea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Then we were in Mural for the Blind, which after our friend Matt decided to move to Vancouver, they wanted to get the band back together, and I'm like, I play bass. Fuck it, let's do this. We
Yeah, that was. Go ahead.
well, that was 2012. We practiced for months and months and months and played one show and then immediately disbanded.
Why?
It was great.
How bad was that show?
It wasn't bad. It's just that everybody kind of moved.
Oh.
So like Tyler was working road construction and like was struggling to get here for band practices. We either had him in Cudworth or we had him in Saskatoon. And then after that season ran out, like his paving season, he immediately went to Calgary to go to school. So it's like, and I can't blame him for it. We tried a couple practices afterwards, but it wasn't the same. And we didn't want to bring anybody else in. So, every couple years we throw around the idea. It's like, hey, let's do this again. Like let's try and bring in let's try and do a fucking reunion show. And it's just like it goes through the group chat because we still have like 3 fucking group chats for this one band. There's 3. There's a Snapchat group, there's a WhatsApp group, and I think there's a fucking Facebook group.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was like 3 different Facebook groups, but there's like one person missing from each Facebook group.
No. They're all the same 6 guys in 3 different groups. And yeah, it's like every once in a while, like, yeah, let's try and figure something out that, like Matt and Tyler could come out so we could do a show, and it just never gets past the planning stage. Yeah. And then Leigh and I were in Broken Roads together with Roll there for a while. And now when that ended, and we'll talk about that one off air. But we from the ashes, like me and Leigh and the drummer from Broken Roads got in touch with some other people, and we're doing pretty much the same thing that Broken Roads was doing, just it's more fun now. If we can ever fucking get together. That's the problem. Fucking goddamn hockey dads.
Next Jam 2023, I think.
Well, there's still time. I mean, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's good to have those goals, those long distance
lofty.
goals. One day.
Yeah. Well, hello, fuck face.
Old buppers.
And we got a fourth special, or third, second. Jesus.
Numbers and words are hard, right?
Yeah. And that's a reoccurring guest.
Oh, yeah. He's always here. You're a butthead. You know that?
So, Leigh, what's your background in? What do you do for a living? And what is it that wanted to bring you into chat? Well, we'll eventually get to the context of what you two are going to do together. But what are your career roots?
Well, right now I'm working in tech sales, I guess you could call it. I sell computer parts and build computers for people, which is fun.
I'm probably I'm a really good customer of yours.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You get my discount most of the time. I don't make any money off you.
And well, you know what? There's something to be said though, because you do usually get a bunch of beer from me in return.
That's
though.
true. That's true.
I usually
that's commission enough.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
You would be a good customer if you paid full price just fucking once.
you know what? I do every once in a while. You know, like when Leigh's not there.
Oh yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, I mean, I've worked in radio. I've had probably a couple dozen jobs. I'd never stay in one place too long until I found this. So
Fair enough.
You sold,
but yeah, no,
you sold flooring for a while.
I did sell flooring. I sold cars for a couple months. I didn't like that.
Shit.
I sold hot tubs. That was
You did sell hot tubs out.
Yeah.
Did you get into the design aspect of hot tubs?
No, it was just straight the retail sales
Oh, fair enough.
for a now defunct company, and they were ran by kind of shady people, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no one liked Kmart anyway.
You know, like I think as soon as you start talking about hot tubs, there's something shady as soon as you mention hot tubs, right?
Yeah,
Like there's
going on
gotta
in the
be.
back.
It's like there's a key party going on in the back. You know,
yeah.
it's like whatever.
Floaties in the hot tub water.
Like anything innocent ever took place inside of a hot tub.
Oh man, that just brought back memories that I cannot repeat on this fucking show. Holy fuck!
Keep them
That's
to
what we
yourself,
do here.
please.
Oh
Yeah.
no, these can't. They can never see the light of day.
Yeah. So with that being said, there will be different episodes of Lost Signals in the future where I will not be present. But this is an opportunity for the two of you to take the context and the content of Lost Signals into a direction of something that you guys are fans of together.
Yeah,
And that is wrestling.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah. We're gonna do a whole segment of this. Like we're gonna get into that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just like that gives the listener or the viewer right now, hi Tyler, the opportunity to look forward to what's coming in the near future.
Yes.
Now, this isn't a scheduling thing. It's not like like I'm too busy or anything like that. It's just an opportunity to kind of branch out from where we started and just add more content.
Yes.
To what we have going on.
It's not like we're firing you, JD.
Oh fuck! You can't fire me.
No. Oh, you're one of us. But no,
the current radio station I work for realized that they can't fire me either. So
nice. So I mean, I guess like the backstory about like this part of like bringing Leigh in is Leigh and I have been wrestling fans for fucking ever. Like
Yeah.
like I remember watching the first pay-per-view I remember watching is like WrestleMania 5 or 6. I think it was 6 because it was in Toronto. My parents, JD, we talked about this before. My parents with the old pirated satellite dish.
Oh yeah.
So I remember watching. I think it was 6. That's the first one that I watched, and then from there it just became a lifelong, like I've been a fan of professional wrestling for the rest of my life now, you know, and like Leigh and I have been to shows together. Like we saw Raw, or well, like the Raw roster in Saskatoon, and we were front row for it, and it was great, and we got some pretty cool pictures. Like one of my pictures, I took a selfie with Seth Rollins.
Oh, wow, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
You could see me in the background
Yeah.
with my toque on, like
Yeah.
waving.
Yeah, and Leigh got a really good picture of Braun Strowman when he was still with them. It was great. And now your camera's
Fucking
really
camera.
going out of focus. Wow.
Yeah, hello. I gotta try to make it focus towards me.
We're all trying to connect our energies together.
It's like poltergeist.
Give me your
or
energy.
something. It's like,
Why won't fucking do it? Damn it! All right. I guess I'm just gonna be blurry for a while, but that's
it's
okay.
fine. Just have another beer, you won't even notice.
Yeah. Everything's finally in focus now. The
What you're
cat's
seeing on
blurry
my
as hell.
What you're seeing on my camera is what I see on a day-to-day basis out of my own eyes. So,
There you go.
Well, yeah, it's because when you don't have your contacts in.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So funny story, Leigh. After we left having a beer this afternoon, I stopped at a liquor store, and remember that brewery I was talking to you about? That Not Bad.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Found it.
Oh nice. What is it?
I picked up two. This is a New Zealand Pilsner, and then there's some other beer that I picked up. So Leigh and I are also craft beer. I'm not going to say connoisseurs, but
Snobs.
Snobs. Yeah.
Snobs.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. With that being said, unless you have more to add,
No,
to it, I
fuck
did
no.
pick up a 4-pack on your suggestion from Backcountry Brewing.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll grab it. Hold on.
Hey, I fixed it.
Boy, you're gonna figure this out, Leigh. We're gonna get you learned up here. Or
I'm gonna do me some book learnings.
So I already drank one, and it was a peach fuzz sour beer, and it was called "I'll Take You to the Candy Shop."
Oh yeah.
That sounds
They have
amazing.
the greatest naming schemes at that brewery.
They do. They really do. Yeah.
Like
So
they had I
This
think a double IPA that was like everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that one.
Yeah, I had one. It was great, but yeah.
So I was in Squamish, BC, and I went to Backcountry Brewing because you told me to go there.
You actually went to the brewery.
Oh yeah, no,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's a fun brewery too.
Yeah. I got I think we're alone now, which is a Saburo Galaxy Strata IPA.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Might as well go for a soda, which is a cherry cola sour.
Matt had those.
I've heard that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our buddy from Vancouver has had those before. Yeah. Great.
And a straight up pale ale titled, I'm something of a scientist myself.
That's fucking awesome.
And the candy shop one, which was like I said, it was a peach fuzz sour. Was bloody delicious. Like you could actually get the sense that it was named after and designed from those little peach fuzz candies.
I wonder if they actually used the peach fuzz candies.
Just drop
in
a
it.
few in.
Yeah. I can see Lee's cat
Okay.
tail just like going at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. That's great.
She's
So
sucking up
yeah,
for
no, a
attention
great place to stop by if you're ever in Squamish. Backcountry Brewing.
Yeah.
Awesome place. Awesome.
So yeah,
I have a bookshelf that I'm sticker bombing with beer labels in my
Yeah.
office here. I'm pretty sure I have at least 2 on there from Backcountry.
I used to have a backcountry sticker on the back of my phone, but
Oh, yeah.
then it just got that was my old phone, and then it just got to the point where you couldn't read anything anymore. So yeah.
Would that be something weird though? And I can tie into this. So I was in Squamish because I was down in the Lower Mainland for the past weekend, and while I was there, I had a beer with Dan and like my high school buddy Dan and his brother-in-law Sean. We were sitting at this cute little burger joint, like a hole in the wall, burger joint, and we got into talking about history and music and how things have changed over the years. And of all things, we were talking about the relationship between Dave Grohl and Kurt Cobain during this hour and a half long wings and burgers and brews conversation. And this was where the conversation just kind of led us, right? And the whole thing was all about like what would have happened if Nirvana never broke up? What would have happened if Kurt Cobain was still with us? Would Dave Grohl still be Dave Grohl? Would he still have worked together with Jack Black and Tenacious D? Would he still have created the Foo Fighters? Would he still have been a part of Queens of the Stone Age and blah, blah, blah? Lo and behold, finished the night, had a great night, went back to the hotel, woke up the next morning, and then hit immediately with the headline of Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters, their drummer, which already massive shoes to fill, passed away.
Yeah, that's that one hit hard. Like I'll be listening to a Foo Fighter song, like in the last couple days, like here Everlong, it's like fucking tear up. Last night I was half drunk watching fucking YouTube videos of just like Foo Fighters performances and the last performance of Taylor Hawkins, and it's like holy fuck, man! Like the dude was 50.
Yeah,
like. It's not that he was young, but like he was not old.
No, God no.
And
being a drummer is not exactly an easy laid back job either, too. So he was in shape.
But I mean, Ringo Starr is still around. And he's fucking in his he's got to be just about in his 80s now.
Oh, at least.
So no, maybe not. Maybe not. But I mean, like losing Taylor Hawkins was like a huge deal, and like I actually found out about it in one of our group chats, our band group chat, because our drummer Ken is like the biggest fucking Foo Fighters fanboy I've ever met, and
not only Foo Fighters, but just Taylor Hawkins in general. Like his solo art, like band there. The Coattail Riders or whatever.
Yeah, and Chevy
huge
metal. Yeah, like there's a story where Ken and his wife were in I think it was Nashville. Anyways, they were
Billings, Minnesota.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's where it was. So they're at some brewery, and it just so happens that Taylor Hawkins was in there. And you'd have to meet Ken, but Ken is like a very unassuming person. He's kind of like he was too modest to go up and talk to Taylor Hawkins. But Ken's wife is the complete opposite. And I guess Trina, his wife, walked up to Taylor Hawkins. It's like, my husband's a huge fan, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then pretty much dragged Ken over to go meet him. And then Ken got
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and then Ken got a really good picture with him and actually talked to him about drumming and shit. So like, that's how I found out about him dying, was from that group chat. It's like I asked Ken. It's like I asked him like privately. It's like, are you okay? Because that was a big deal. Like Taylor Hawkins was actually younger than Ken, but I mean that doesn't mean the people you look up to have to be older than you, right?
That's true. So, absolutely true.
Yeah, and now,
now
Leigh's gone.
What happened?
His mic's
What's
gone.
going on?
His mic is gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, whatever.
So at last report, Taylor Hawkins was complaining of severe chest pain.
Yeah,
and it wasn't long after that he passed away. And a preliminary toxicology report showed that there wasn't anything overly surprising in his system. No. Now, it said things like opioids and antidepressants, and in my history, it's one and the same.
Yeah.
And antidepressants are a mild form of an opioid. And there was marijuana and painkillers, which again, like, okay, so he was smoking weed and took Advil.
He's 50 years old and is an aggressive drummer. Of course, he's taking fucking Tylenol or Advil or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
And the opiates, for that matter, too, probably helping out with joint pain and shit like that.
Yeah.
And
So it is common knowledge that he did famously have an overdose in the early 2000s.
Right.
He did just about die.
Yeah.
I don't think he relapsed though.
It doesn't seem like he did.
He they did say that doing any sort of drug at altitude where they were is definitely gonna like exacerbate it.
Yeah.
That's a weird word to use. But they also, I read that like when they did his autopsy, they found that his heart was like 3 times as heavy as what it should have been.
So he was most likely suffering from the same thing like Eddie Guerrero suffered from, which was heart disease.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let's be honest, he smoked darts like they were going out of style, right?
Yeah.
Heavy darts. Yeah. So I don't know. It just it was a really hard moment, I think, there when I read it, and it's been a hard couple days for a lot of people, and today they announced that they canceled everything. And to me, I honestly think, and as much as it pains me to even think it, it's like the Foo Fighters are done.
You think so?
I 100% do, because Taylor Hawkins was number 2 in that band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dave Grohl started that band, and then met his, as I just read his book Storyteller over the weekend. Great read, by the way.
Awesome read.
But like he said in the book, it's his brother from another. Those two were like that. So for him to try and move on, I personally don't think so. But again, I was talking with our drummer today, and he had thought that if the Foo Fighters do ever go or like move on, that there might be somebody in the wings waiting, but I don't see it anytime soon. And it's sad. It's sad because there's a lot of good music there that that those guys wrote and recorded and whatever. It's like made me really sad when I heard about it.
It's a little odd too that well, not odd, that's the wrong term. It's a little fulfilling, for lack of a better term. They just wrapped up doing everything experimental. They did a disco they did disco covers. They just did a thrash metal, which was the soundtrack to a fucking movie.
Just got released. And the movie was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it for sure.
Yeah.
And like books, well, Dave Grohl did the book, right? But like the Foo Fighters were alongside Dave Grohl with his other projects, like the documentary that was on, I think it was on Netflix or Amazon Prime, but What Drives Us.
Oh, that was HBO, I think.
HBO? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was the other. Oh, maybe you're right.
But he had, like, Dave has done a couple different projects like that. There was Sound City, What Drives Us, and there was another one.
Shit, what's it called? I know what you mean.
Well, he did one, like there was a documentary about the Foo Fighters. And it wasn't Sound City. It was between those. It was between Sound City and What Drives Us. He did a flat out documentary about the Foo Fighters from start to finish.
Yeah, it was probably something around when an album was coming out. Because I think that's
so.
Usually how it goes.
Medicine at Midnight, I think, is the one.
Maybe. Wasn't there also This Might Get Loud?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, well, regardless of all of that, I mean, it just sucks that like we're losing. Probably, I'm hoping that this doesn't happen, but I mean, I'm trying to be realistic about it. It's like we're losing probably the last great rock band.
Possibly.
Maybe, because there is really good rock bands out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just checking. Yeah. This Might Get Loud was actually something that Dave Grohl was not a part of.
Was not a part of? Oh.
That was Jimmy Page, The Edge, Jack White,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think Dave Grohl was part of that? What?
Because he's in everything,
Yeah.
The fucker really is.
right? Like,
Except for that, apparently.
yeah. Like Dave Grohl's Hot Ones episode was the best Hot Ones episode I've seen.
Top 5 for sure.
I've rewatched it like probably 4 or 5 times now. It's usually about 2:00 in the morning, and I've had a couple beer after coming home from the bar. But
Just sit home, laying in bed. Like I just want to hear.
oh,
Just want to hear them choke down
yeah.
wings and black tooth grin shots.
Ow, don't do that, you little shit. Get out of there.
What do you got under that table, Darrell?
The little fucker. I use that term lovingly. He likes going in the space under my desk and then like hopping up on my lap. But he's like, his nails are sharp, and he's like, got me. He didn't get me in the balls, but he got me. Yeah.
With what happened over the weekend, I got a weird sense. Yes.
He fucking died on my birthday.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah. Like honestly, and this is just some revelation I had in the last couple days. Around my birthday is like the worst time because everybody dies.
Okay.
I've had a ton of friends and, like people I admire die right around my birthday. So it's like I haven't been able to celebrate my birthday for fucking like properly for years and years. So
You just need to shut off social media, buy a cake, fuck it. Don't fuck the cake, just
what I do with that cake is none of your goddamn business, JD. Just telling you that.
Fair
Get
enough.
a piece before you fuck it, at least.
Exactly.
No.
Post the rest of it on OnlyFans and we're all happy.
Only cakes.
Only cakes.
Oh man, that's great.
So with that, I got a weird sense of I'm not even sure if I call it deja vu, but something like that where I was speaking of someone or an entity of people, and then something traumatic happened. Only happened to me one other time, and it hit me just as hard. And it was many, many years ago. I was driving big truck and just bored. There was nothing on the radio, just kind of wondering and thinking, and it was around the time that Expendables, I was thinking about Expendables 3 or Expendables 2. So it was around the time where one of those movies just came out. And I thought, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool because like they're like, Expendables is like an all-star cast, and they just all get together and they have a good time. And, sometimes you get some actors in there or some stars in there that are like kind of out of their shell or out of their realm, but just still having fun. Yeah. It'd be really cool. It's like if Robin Williams showed up as like a weapons dealer.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. My shift didn't even fucking end. And the news started coming out that Robin Williams passed away.
Man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you and I did a segment about, like what celebrity death hit you hardest.
Yeah.
Like I think that was like in the really early episodes that we did. This one, like Taylor Hawkins, is like fucking like right up there.
Yeah.
Like that's to me like that's Chris Cornell dying. That's Chester Bennington dying. That like it's that in that echelon of people that meant something to me, dying. Like there's a meme, or not even a meme. There's something that got posted on fucking wherever back in the day. I think it was after Chester died. It's like, why do people get so worked up about, like these celebrities dying? And to me, like these people aren't necessarily like celebrities, like a movie star or something. We're going to talk about some movie stars in a bit. But but to me, it's like when a musician dies, it's like you're losing a voice that actually is saying something, not just an actor saying something in a movie. Like, like you're losing a voice, and it hurts. Like when Chester Bennington died. I mean, like I had a really close connection with Linkin Park back in the day, because it brought back a lot of memories. So like to lose him, it's like you don't lose the memories of it, but you lose something from it.
I think you lose. Oh, I think you're referring to is like you lose the potential.
Yeah.
Of a future voice.
Yeah. Yeah. And like to go out in that like for Chester anyway. Can you two stop? It's more Loki than anything, but
yeah.
Can you But like yeah, when Chester Bennington died, like when his voice, like when he committed suicide, it's like holy fuck, like it hurt, you know, and it's honest. I mean, like, and to lose anybody by suicide is hard. And we'll talk about that one at way other time. But I mean, it's leaving a bunch of stuff said unsaid. You know?
Yeah.
Like stuff said, like not said, and like no explanation. So it's like it hurts. I mean, with Taylor Hawkins, it's a little different, you know, because it was an actual like medical condition, but it still fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know, like when you see assholes like fucking Gene Simmons still alive, and the world is taking somebody like Taylor Hawkins, like.
Or even guys like Ozzy Osbourne, who's put his fucking body through the ringer. Keith Richards, who's
exactly.
Oh yeah. What contract with the devil did they sign, and where did they find that fucking loophole?
Yeah.
Like holy Christ.
I mean, one day there's gonna be no drugs left. Keith Richards is gonna die, and you're just gonna have to snort his bones because that's the only drugs that are gonna be left. So.
I mean, he's taken enough that he can probably just sustain a high for the rest of time.
He's probably been dead for 15 years. His body just
doesn't know it.
Like fuck.
He is the drugs.
Like, and I think, you know, you look at Mick Jagger. I think it would take a 5-gallon pail of water to fill all the wrinkles on his face.
Yep. Oh yeah.
What the fuck did I read? Was that, I don't know if it was JD that you posted that or something, or somebody posted the other day that this is completely off topic. I don't know why it popped in my head, but back in the 70s. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith took what's the word I'm looking for? He was he took his fucking 14-year-old girl from her parents, and they signed her over to him as they're like not guarantor, guardian. Yeah.
Are we talking about Liv?
No, like his 14-year-old girlfriend.
Oh shit!
Not daughter. Yeah, like in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Like that's Johnny Lee. No, not Johnny Lee. Not Johnny Lee Hooker. Who did Great Balls of Fire? Jerry Lee.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis. That's Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah.
Well, he married her when she was 13, though. Very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Why'd you think of this?
I don't know. It just popped in my head. We're talking about musicians, right? And how fucked up they can be.
Yeah,
but they are. Like, let's be honest. To get anywhere, maybe not to get anywhere, but like to make a statement in music, you got to be kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Right? I don't think that the Foo Fighters would have been what they were if Dave Grohl didn't deal with Nirvana.
Yeah.
Right? You know, like that whole sort of fucked up 3.5 years that he was in Nirvana. I mean, like, I think it not that it messed him up, but it probably did.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an abusive relationship for him, between like the in and outs of the relationship with Kurt, and the seeing him overdose multiple times.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Well, there's a chapter in the book where he's like, Kurt's dead, and then he's not. Because like the first time when he overdosed when he was in Rome, somebody said, it's like, oh, Kurt's dead. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, no, he's back. And then he said in the book, is like, he can't process death properly because of that whole situation. Because like, it's like, okay, so I'm getting this phone call that this person's dead. But in 10 minutes, I'm going to get the other phone call that they're not. And so,
yeah,
I feel for the whole band, all of them, you know, like the whole situation there.
That sort of thing kind of happened with Tom Petty. I remember being in studio, like live on the radio, and getting these reports like, we're sad to say Tom Petty passed away, and then like 15 minutes later, he's like, no, he's not dead. And he's like, well, maybe he's dead. Yeah. But like, I'm sitting there on the radio, like I just announced that Tom Petty passed away. And now I'm going like, no, apparently not. And like now I'm getting all these like contradicting feeds and reports and stuff like that. And I'm losing my goddamn mind behind the microphone going like, just give me something fucking accurate.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. It's like that whole day, I think it was like, he's dead, he's not dead. He's dead, he's not dead. It's like, holy fuck. I mean, okay, first off, what is that doing to his family?
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what? And it's off topic, but it's not. What really bugged me about this whole Taylor Hawkins thing is, you know what? They're coming home. Like, they're coming back to LA. And the fucking paparazzi are there. Like, and they're taking pictures of the fucking Foo Fighters, like, in the airport as they're fucking, like, meeting with their families crying. It's like, what kind of fucking asshole do you have to be to want to be there to take these pictures? Like, what kind of, like, there's a special place in hell for people like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and of all people, like the Foo Fighters, like Dave Grohl, like you've never heard of or seen, or anyone who is as genuine and sweet and upfront as Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
He stands alongside like fucking Keanu Reeves and Ryan Reynolds. Like Dave Grohl is an honorary Canadian because of that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And he's head and shoulders above those guys, you know, like, just.
Yeah.
But man, like, leave those fucking guys alone.
Yeah.
Like, they're having a hard enough time right now.
Yeah.
Losing, you know, like their brother, really. And then to have to deal with these fucking paparazzi in your face, like, go fucking pound sand, you fucking losers. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's
let's move on.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
You move on to the next topic. I'm gonna put the beer back in the fridge because it's staring at me and I'm getting thirsty.
Well, then fucking drink one, you pussy.
No.
I'm gonna fix my focus. Come on.
So
look at my face.
Fucking
son of a bitch.
So I didn't find out about what happened at the Oscars on the weekend until I got a meme about it on Monday morning. Our friend Dustin sent me a meme or something, or a reel on Instagram, and all it was is Will Smith walking up to Chris Rock and slapping the fuck out of him. And
yeah,
I don't know, man. That whole situation, I don't know if it's real or not.
Oh, I think it's real, but I think there's other layers. Like, there's clearly layers to what's going on here. And there was stuff that I didn't understand when it happened. And to this day, like, I'm still trying to sort of piece it together. What started this? How long has this been going on? And then ultimately why things happened the way they did. Yeah.
It seems like it all stems back to his relationship with Jada, and
which last I checked was his ex-wife.
No, they're still together. Yeah. They have an open relationship now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think that's his choice, but
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick Jada Smith out of bed.
No, absolutely not. But like, so the way, like, the one angle of the video that I saw was he actually laughed at the joke and then looked over at Jada and she was mad, and then fucking he went off the rails. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't staged. I think Will Smith is actually fucking crazy. Actually, I know he is. He's a fucking Scientologist. There's something severely wrong with your fucking mental health if you're a Scientologist.
Let's generalize this. There's something severely wrong if you're in a cult.
Yeah. Cults are bad, okay?
Cults are bad.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the story that I was alluding to before. It's not really much of a story, but a couple years ago, like, me and Matt and Tyler were walking around downtown Seattle, and we fucking walked by fucking a Scientology center, and fucking I'm taking fucking pictures, and there's fucking guys standing outside on the street, like fucking trying to like bring people in to get their fucking thetans checked, and like, get out of here.
They're what? Sorry, say it again.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna try and explain the whole Scientology religion, but you go in and you hook yourself up to this thing called an E meter or something. You know, if you want to know more about Scientology, go watch the South Park episode.
The South Park episode.
Okay. Oh yeah. No, I've seen that South Park
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
They weren't bullshitting. That's actually like there's even like the little captions. This is actually what Scientologists believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all kinds of fucked up.
God bless Trey Parker and fucking Matt Stone.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Anyway.
yeah. But anyway, like, man, like, I don't doubt that. I'm gonna take that back. I don't know if it was real or not, but I know there's some fucking cultish stuff going on there. Like him,
Because both of them are in Scientology. Are they not?
I don't think Chris Rock is.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, I could be wrong. But
Find out.
Yeah.
so
I don't
I
think so.
didn't know that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia.
Me neither.
Like I had to look that up.
I
Like,
didn't know she did either until I heard the joke. It didn't even make sense to me until somebody explained the alopecia thing. Like, what does that have to do with G.I. Jane? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, she's bald.
Yeah.
and that was it too. Like
Yeah.
like I heard the joke and it was like, ha, but
She
What?
She looks good bald. She
Yes.
does. She looks gorgeous.
The joke would be 10 times more fucked up if she was like bald from chemo or something like that.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But
100%.
It's not like she's gonna die of alopecia.
Yeah.
No, God no.
I mean,
Like I have a friend of mine. Her name is Mel. She is a online content creator. She's also a hospice nurse, and she struggled with alopecia all throughout her high school years, which is like the worst time for a young woman to have to deal with something like that.
Yeah.
And it was only recently that alopecia event just took over.
What the fuck is alopecia, please?
So it's an autoimmune disorder that sorry Lee.
No.
It's an autoimmune disorder that basically the body thinks that your hair, your body hair, not just the hair on the top of your head, but all your hair, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, every inch of hair is toxic or is a foreign entity, and so it'll attack your hair to the point where it'll cause it to fall out.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Some people it happens in patches. Some people it happens across their entire body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my friend Mel, like through high school, she had to deal with alopecia in the patches form, but it was only within the past 4 years where it just took over, and so now she sports the bald look and rocks it. She has a couple of wigs, like she has no eyebrows, like nothing, like the hair on your arm or the hair on your knuckles or the hair on your legs, like she has none of that, none. Like it just completely wiped out the hair on her body. So
Some
like,
people would think that would be a blessing.
and you know what, she's admitted, like, you know what, it's really cut down a lot of things in the shower.
Yeah. 100%.
But,
yeah.
So alopecia, like some people, like it is mild, and some people it takes over. But again, back to Jada Pinkett Smith, I had no idea. I had no idea that she had alopecia.
Me neither.
So, like,
Honestly.
I think Chris Rock was punching down.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's maybe a little uncalled for, but
Yeah.
maybe not. I mean, there's some people that just shave their head for the hell of it sometimes too. Like maybe he didn't know that she had this. You know, like is it widely publicized? Like maybe she just shaved her head. Maybe it was for a role. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
The last time I saw Jada Pinkett Smith before last night was the fourth Matrix movie, and she had like full on dreadlocks, which clearly that was a wig. But
Must have
that
been.
still didn't give me any sort of idea that she had alopecia.
Huh. How was that movie, by the way?
It was self-aware. That movie was very, very self-aware, to the point where it started to bother me. I watched it with Alicia, and like Leigh, you probably understand. You have a history in broadcast radio, like being someone who knows what goes on behind the curtain, and Darrell, you have a history as well, or some knowledge as well. Having that knowledge of what goes on behind the curtain of a studio or a TV, stuff like that, it was just like it was starting to grind on me. Like, enough with the self-realization. Enough, like you're treading on Deadpool without even actually stepping on it.
Oh, okay, that's terrible.
I didn't watch it, but I heard it described as just like, here's the meta right in front of you about the backstory, and now you're involved in it. And it's a video game, and it's this, and
yeah. There's like, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, who's thinking about it. It is very much a love letter to the fans of the Matrix, but at the same time, like, it's just why the lengths that they went to be meta and self-aware was just like, this is becoming unnecessary.
Okay.
So,
would you compare it to Free Guy?
No.
Free Guy
No,
was
no, no.
fantastic.
Free Guy was great.
Free Guy was great. Yes.
Yeah.
No, vast difference.
Speaking of Free Guy and now Ryan Reynolds, I watched The Adam Project the other day.
I love that movie. It was great.
I was
so good.
I was hungover on the couch. Like, I'm gonna fucking put this on. That kid, I can't remember his name, but like, it's perfect.
He did a very good job of acting like a young Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the crossover between Ryan Reynolds and all of those Marvel actors, like Zoe Saldana and Mark Ruffalo and fucking who else was in there? There's somebody else. Doesn't matter. But I mean, like, to me, that's like maybe like the gradual introduction of Ryan Reynolds into the MCU.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds already has his own extended universe. Well, every movie he plays the same person with a different story.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And that's not a complaint. He
does. No, it's great.
I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt as is, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know there's some people out there that are saying, "Oh, we're sick of the Ryan Reynolds shtick." It's like, shut the fuck up. That dude is a national fucking treasure. It's great.
As a teenager, I must have watched Van Wilder hundreds of times. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
If I had to go gay for somebody,
100%,
no question.
Get in line. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is now the Ryan Reynolds fan club podcast.
Please recognize us, please.
Yeah, throwing it back to the kid who played the young version of Ryan Reynolds' character, who played young Adam.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds has been doing this entire series of commercials on social media.
On his YouTube page.
Yeah, on his YouTube page. And he recently did one for like Kraft Dinner Mac and Cheese, and he had the kid in there.
Yeah.
Fuck, like, the kid was acting off script and acting like a younger Ryan Reynolds. And one of the ones was just like, the kid looked deadpan into the camera, like, Kraft macaroni and cheese, eat it or I'll fucking find you. like, holy Christ. And then Ryan be like, oh, you gotta watch the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to find that after this.
No, it's fucking. It's
great. My god, so
have
good.
You guys
anyway,
seen the Shaq Epson printer commercials yet?
Yes, I saw one of them. I mean, I don't watch a lot of
Canadian
TV.
one.
No.
Oh, the Canadian one's amazing. He's like, he's at one point wearing a hockey jersey and holding a stick, and he shoots a puck and he smiles and one of his teeth is missing, and he's just like, I love Canada. It couldn't be fucking better. His deadpan delivery of it all is amazing.
That's awesome.
Shaq is an international treasure too.
He is. He's
like he's a very smart businessman. He was a great athlete, but I mean, like, his comedy shit like that, you know, like it's what he did a couple of those fucking roasts too, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't see any of them.
I can't remember which like.
And I remember seeing one of them because like he was leaning hard on Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Shaq was at the Justin Bieber roast.
Oh
Yep.
shit, that's right.
Yeah.
He was actually really good in fucking Grown Ups too.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, he was in that one with Chris Rock. Funny enough, because yeah, he's in all those. Yeah,
Yeah.
he plays a cop, and I unironically love most Adam Sandler movies, but I didn't know Shaq could act.
Well,
Well, I mean,
Commercials are one thing.
he acted as a basketball player for how many years? I mean,
after watching that that Superman spin-off Steel or whatever,
Oh.
I still didn't know Shaquille O'Neal could act. So
yeah.
Yeah, and also what the fuck was that movie in the 90s?
Kazam.
Kazam, yeah.
Is it
Kazam.
I'm thinking
It was
Shazam.
Shazam. Yeah, Shazam is the newer one.
Yes.
So fucking
Yes. And then there's that myth of Sinbad in the Shazam movie, which is a movie that never actually happened.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Shazam, Kablam.
Exactly.
I read something today, and this is off topic, but not really. The DC company, it's maybe finally starting to realize that rebooting Batman every 4 years is a bad idea.
The last one was awesome, though. I just went and saw it last weekend.
Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah.
I heard it was great, but apparently it didn't do the box office that they wanted it to.
Really?
So, to me, that says that they're maybe going to try and do the Marvel thing with, you know, an actual proper universe. But, I mean, like, let's be honest. It's... I'm not a DC fan because of how they've treated their characters over the years. You know, like every 3 years there's a different fucking Batman, or there's a Joker movie coming out that isn't connected to anything. It's like I like the DC or the MCU because they're all connected. Where the DC is so disjointed and whatever. That's my opinion, though. I mean,
No, you're right.
I'm a Marvel fan through and through. Like, grew up on it, but my favorite superhero of all time is Batman. Like, I've watched the animated series growing up. I loved the original movies, and I've got a stack of comics.
Michael Keaton as Batman was fucking. That was peak.
Yeah.
They peaked right there. With
That was it right there.
with their Batman, I think.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer did a good job
Yes.
too, though. That movie was great.
give
Just
you
George Clooney's Batman was fucking terrible.
With the nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
So, in my opinion, and I know this has been brought up at other different times, but the difference between the Marvel characters and the DC characters is that the Marvel characters have heart. They all have some sort of relatable, heart-breaking, heart-tugging, string-pulling story. Every single one of them, it has something that the common person, the common man can relate to. The DC universe, the majority of them are so beyond out of reach. Superman was an alien. Wonder Woman was an entity that was created by the goddess Athena. Batman is a billionaire playboy with all the tech in the world. The Flash is a science experiment gone wrong that can run, faster than anyone in the world. Like
back to Batman though, but and Robin was his twink.
But you look at the Marvel universe. Like Spider-Man had to lose his loved ones to become the hero that he became.
Yeah.
Captain America was frozen for 80 years and lost the love of his life to sacrifice that for the betterment of his country and the world. Iron Man, you know,
Was
I'm
an
not-
arms dealer. I mean, that's a pretty common profession. Right?
no, but like at least in the movie canon, the story of Iron Man was he suffered a near fatal accident.
Yeah.
And this technology that is implanted in his chest is both saving his life, but also
It's a blessing and a curse. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was, he was a cancer survivor, but at the cost of getting rid of the cancer, he's now hideously deformed and has these self-image issues and like almost every
still
character I can
beautiful.
think of.
He's still
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's only because we're picturing Ryan Reynolds.
You
But
know,
every
what's
Marvel,
funny, you know what's funny about the first Deadpool movie is they actually
Yes.
mention the cancer that I had in that movie. After Deadpool tells what's her face, his girlfriend, that
Right.
she says it's like, oh, my uncle had thyroid cancer and there's all sorts of new treatments and shit, and it's like, and then he's like, yeah, fuck whatever. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
interesting.
Shut
So-
up.
But point is, at least the way that I saw it was, the DC universe is just these fantastical villains and heroes that are like way beyond reach, whereas Marvel has always had that human element to it, that relatable suffering and challenge and strife and overcoming that, right? Superman's been unstoppable for who knows how long.
Yeah.
I think they finally did a good job with realizing that and utilizing that for the new Batman, because you don't see much of Bruce Wayne. You see Batman struggling to be anything but Batman. And
Interesting.
It's I can't recommend it enough. I think it might be my favorite Batman movie.
Oh,
And that says a lot because I love The Dark Knight. It's worth a watch. Like,
yeah. The Dark
would
Knight
recommend it.
was a great series.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
yeah. I didn't watch any of the Batfleck movies. I couldn't do it.
Batfleck.
Affleck.
That's great. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I wish they would just make it right. Like not. Let's again. Back to like how many fucking Batman movies are there, and how many are good? There's got to be 10 now.
Do you include the Adam West movies?
Of course you do.
Was there only one Adam West movie?
I think there
right?
was only
I think there
one.
was only. I think there was only one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but
that makes 10 exactly.
yeah, and
And he's been portrayed by 8 different actors, and or 7 different actors in that situation.
yeah, and 2 of them were good. No, you can't
3.
touch the Adam West ones because they're
4.
Yeah,
So Adam West, Michael Keaton,
you said Robert
Bale.
Pattinson.
Bale,
I,
and Pattinson.
I would say that Pattinson does a good job, and I give Val Kilmer the benefit of the doubt. That movie was great,
Yeah,
and it was just loaded with superstars, like young in his heyday Jim Carrey. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. Like, you've got
was it
an all-star cast there.
Uma Thurman was in that one too, wasn't she?
No, she was in the next one.
Oh,
She was Poison Ivy in the George Clooney.
that was
one.
that was
Right.
Bat Nipples. Yeah.
Bad nipples.
That was one
That's with
of the first movies I
Schwarzenegger.
walked out of. Yes.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that movie also had an all-star cast. It had Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl.
Oh, I still
It just
have
still-
a crush on her.
It proves that a good cast doesn't make a good movie.
No,
God no.
not even close.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, we spun out of control on that one.
No
Yeah,
shit.
we started talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and now we're talking about fucking the worst Batman movies.
Hey, Will Smith has portrayed a superhero, and Hancock is a you know what? If Hancock was in canon, I think he would have to be. I think he would have to be Marvel because of his suffering, because of his backstory.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
While we're on the topic of the DC universe, have you guys watched Peacemaker yet?
No.
Yes. Yes.
I have not. I've heard it's really good. That's actually a good segue into wrestling stuff. So
exactly, John Cena is. He co-wrote it with James Gunn, and I mean James Gunn did the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly, and the Suicide Squad movie. And
yeah.
I never would have thought that. I mean, it's probably mostly James Gunn with Cena writing his character stuff, I imagine, for the most part. But it's masterfully written, and it's hilarious. There's episodes where I laughed until I cried, or had to pause it and rewind because I was laughing too hard and I missed everything.
Yeah. No, that was a great series. I love that. And then the ending of it was perfect. See, I think that's what DC has been missing all this while. It's like when they tried to create that universe, they were going way too dark. The humor was not there. The heart was missing out of that. The Peacemaker and even the ending of it with the cast that showed up there, like there was more heart there than there was in the entire first run of the Justice League movie. Like that says a lot.
We got to start calling Darrell Diebeard.
Diebeard? Why?
Because he looks like Diebeard.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how many goddamn nicknames I have? You know, I don't need another one.
Too many to count.
Yeah, we were tiptoeing into wrestling.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So that's actually a great segue. So like my buddies that I watch wrestling with all the time, call me Rowan.
Oh, Redbeard.
Yeah.
Because I
can see it.
The big beard and I'm bald. I'm not that tall, but I mean it's whatever.
That's where the resemblance ends.
Yeah. Anyways, dicks. So why we brought Leigh in is that, again, I think we talked about this already, but I mean, like, we're going to be doing specific wrestling podcasts. We're going to be talking about old school wrestling. I think we haven't figured out exactly the format of this, but it's going to be, I think we're going to maybe do chronologically. Like, we're going to start and we're going to talk about, we're just going to sit down and fucking talk about whatever. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
We're
we'll
gonna
probably touch on
a lot.
We'll probably touch on new stuff too.
Oh, for sure,
as it's happening.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna definitely be focused on like the 80s and 90s stuff that we've been like my formative years in the 80s into the 90s and beyond. So, I had this conversation with my niece this afternoon. We were having a beer. And I told her it's like what we were doing. It's like, and I told her that I'm watching WrestleMania this weekend. It's like, she's like, "You're a fucking nerd." I'm like,
yeah. And
it's like, you know what? I've enjoyed professional wrestling for fucking 35 years since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
What, like, don't shame people for what they like. You know, I like it. It's I mean, I don't really like the product that's happening on WWE right now, but I like it. You know, like AEW is great right now, but I mean, like, so we'll end up talking about all of that shit, I think. And why do you gotta be like that?
I feel like almost everybody was a fan in some way during the golden era and then during the attitude era, because it was so mainstream in its own way. Like, TV commercials with Hulk Hogan in Japan selling pasta.
Well, like even like the Superstars ice cream bars you could buy.
Oh god, yeah. I love. Go ahead.
I swear every person owned at one point an Austin 316 shirt or something like.
I never
something,
did.
But yeah, I should have.
Yeah. In my collection behind me here, I have wrestling games, including on the N64, No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. And I will break those open every once in a while and get frustrated, but still like be thrown back into the heyday of like when this was pinnacle of wrestling games.
Oh man,
in some ways it still kind of is. There's a community that mods No Mercy all the time. Like there's an AEW No Mercy mod that just came out in the past 6 months. You can download that has the entire current roster.
That's incredible.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, people are obsessed with it. It's probably the best wrestling game of all time.
I
at
liked
least in the fans' eyes.
SmackDown 2. The Know Your Role.
Yeah, the PS1. Fuck yeah,
Or
that was a great
no, I
game.
think it was that PS2?
PS2 was SmackDown
PS2.
2.
Yeah.
No, PS1 was SmackDown 2. PS3, the first one, or PS2, the first one was SmackDown 3.
You're right. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
the first SmackDown game was actually in like the CD disc case.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
Yeah.
the one on PS2 was my favorite.
Bring the Pain.
Yeah.
Here Comes the Pain.
Here Comes the Pain. Yeah.
That
one
was the
good.
fifth one, I think. 'Cause that had Brock on the cover.
Yeah.
The worst one, though, in my opinion, was WWF Attitude. That came out for PS1. When you had to do
It's
these,
a lot worse than that.
but
It
you
gets a
had to
lot
do
worse
like the
than that.
long Mortal Kombat style fucking fatalities.
Yeah, I remember.
It's up, left, down, up. Like what the fuck are you like? No, let me hit the
Okay.
button to do it for fuck's sakes. Like, god damn it.
Okay, so go ahead.
The best part about that game was the CD version, the voiceovers that were recorded by all the wrestlers that would play when they'd come out to the ring, and it would show their like close up of their horrible looking model, and then it would just be like,
It'd all be like this.
Owen Hart screaming, "Enough is enough! It's time for a change!"
Yeah, I
Shit
remember
like that.
Yeah. So I have that game. Actually, I have it on PlayStation 1 disc up there. My opinion of the worst wrestling game was a game that I bought and then returned the exact same day to the store. It was WrestleMania X8. And it was it's a piece of shit. Like, holy Christ.
Don't know if I've played that one.
I doubt you have, because it did not sell well and it shipped incomplete. And
So kind of like
I
2K20.
well, there was still more to 2K20 than there was to WrestleMania X8. At least WrestleMania, or at least 2K20 had there was still more to it. So WrestleMania X8 said, or WrestleMania X8, I bought the game, I brought it home, I threw it in, and the first thing I do whenever I get one of these new wrestling games is I'll play the story mode.
Yeah.
And the create a wrestler on this game was severely limited. And you were a prick. Your character was an absolute asshole and got his ass handed to him within the first 10 minutes by all of Evolution, who for whatever reason,
remember that? Yeah.
for whatever reason, were teaming up with Eric Bischoff, which made 0 sense. But then, as I was struggling to get through this because I couldn't block a single damn thing. I couldn't block, dodge, nothing like that. And I read through the instruction book. I remember this vividly. I read through the instruction book, how do you block? How do you block? There's not a button in here that says block, reverse, or anything. I called the developer's number on the fucking book and said, "Hi, I just bought your game. How do you block?"
Why does your game suck so bad?
And the guy goes, "Oh, it's the Y button." And I went, "Okay. When?" He goes, "Well, there's a little icon that shows up above your wrestler's head and it's yellow, and as soon as you see that, you push the Y button." And I said, "Where is this in the instruction book?" And he goes, "You fucking shipped this game." And so there were other features on this game, including online play, which was broken. It shipped without it. And it was so bad. Like I said, it was the first game I ever bought, played, and took it back the exact same day.
Oh man, it's terrible. It's funny, but
I got a Game Boy Advanced for my birthday one year. I think I was 12 years old or something like that. And I had my choice of one game with it. And we were at Superstore in Edmonton because we were visiting my aunt and uncle. And I was like, I've been playing the shit out of WrestleMania 2000 on my N64. I want a wrestling game. And now I actually just had to look it up. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but I think it was WWF Road to WrestleMania. And mobile wrestling games back in the day were never good.
They're
I
garbage.
gave it a shot.
Well, you couldn't.
For like the first month of having a Game Boy, I had only that dog shit game.
Oh God.
I was devastated. I'm pretty sure I cried out like on the drive home because I couldn't fucking play
Game
it.
sucks so bad.
It was so bad.
God.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
Mom, Dad, can I do chores to earn money to buy a different game?
I think we eventually took it to a store and like traded it in. Like, this game it's been put in my Game Boy once. You can probably sell it as brand new. Can we get decent value for something else? I can't remember what I exchanged it for, but man, that game, like, again, going all the way back to the original Game Boy, like WWF King of the Ring and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
There's never been a good mobile wrestling game.
But I like
No.
even like the original wrestling games weren't good.
No.
You know, like the
They were
NES
all made by
ones.
LJN.
Yeah, exactly. The
I have that one. It's right there underneath the yellow cartridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The original arcade game was awesome,
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
but
Also made by Acclaim.
yeah,
Wasn't that Royal Rumble?
WrestleMania, I think.
WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it was basically just Mortal Kombat with 8 WWF characters. Like, you could play as Doink the Clown.
I'm thinking of one earlier than that, actually.
Oh.
One where it was $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant were the bosses.
I don't
What
remember
what
that
game
one.
was that?
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Because, yeah, WrestleMania, the arcade game, you could play as Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Doink the Clown.
I remember that
No,
one.
th-
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one is
the follow up
earlier
to
than
that one was In Your House.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of WWF Superstars.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I never played that one, but I heard it was pretty
It
good.
was in Country Corner back in the day. You would have been like,
Maybe I did.
you
play
were
it
an
then.
infant, probably. That one had
Man.
Hulk Hogan, Honky Tonk Man, Big Boss Man, Macho Man, Randy Savage, lots of mans there. Ultimate Warrior, Hacksaw, Andre, and Ted DiBiase.
It did
Dibbity
Dabba Die.
Yeah. Blue.
Was he blue?
Yeah.
You know what? This might not even be it. Oh, I'm thinking maybe. No, this is the one I'm thinking of. It's Saturday Night Main Event.
Okay.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, was built off of the same engine.
Yes,
Just different
yes.
characters.
It
I
had
think.
Hulk Hogan, Warrior, Jake the Snake, Big Boss Man, Mr. Perfect, Earthquake, Slaughter, Ted DiBiase,
yes.
Smash, Crush, Hawk, and Animal.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
I remember playing that in the arcade game. I was either the Legion of Doom or I was Earthquake.
I think that's a different game. But WrestleMania, the arcade game, had Brett, Shawn, Razor, Taker, Yokozuna, Lex Luger, Bam Bam, Doink. Yeah.
Doink. Yeah.
Doink.
Or if you played the console version, I think it only had 6 characters.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
And it was just Mortal Kombat controls. You're the Undertaker, you could like get down on one knee and like shoot out fucking ghosts from your hands. Pull a tombstone out of nowhere.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Doink had the buzzer special. That was fucking
fuck.
great.
Okay. Anyways, let's get into what you're listening to this week.
Sure.
I'm not going first. I'm going last. JD.
Fine.
JD, you go
Fine.
Because I already added the songs that me and Leigh are listening to the playlist because we talked about
That's fine. So in honor of what we were talking about at the very beginning of this episode, I just wanted to make it simple, straightforward, and go to throwback and the Foo Fighters, Best of You.
God damn you. Well, you didn't pick the same song as me. You picked the same band as me, but
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
No, that's fine. no, that's perfectly fine. We can have. We've done this before. We both added from the same band.
Yep.
So
Man, I feel like I could have picked something Taylor Hawkins related. but I-
you totally can. We can
No,
you can change that.
I like my choice still.
Well, then
Like-
add a Foo Fighter song too. Shut up. You're new here. You can do it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Well, we usually add 4 songs, and there's 3 amongst us, so
Yeah.
feel free to add a 4th.
Okay, well, if I have to pick a Foo Fighter song, I would probably pick "Let It Die."
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
love that song. It's really heavy, like
It
predating
is.
their metal stuff that they just recently made. Like that's the closest thing they got to being like relatively heavy metal.
Yeah. And let it die. Like there's you like there was a lot of rumors going around. Like was this like a letter to Kurt Cobain from Dave Grohl? And Dave Grohl came out and said like, no, this is actually of all the people this could be about. This is not about Dave Grohl, nor is it about Courtney Love, or it's not about Kurt Cobain, nor is it about Courtney Love. It is about someone, but not them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Let It Die. Like the heart. Again, I seem to be like leaning on this, but the emotion that comes through that song.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You can just hear it in his hoarse scream at the end when it fades out on him screaming. It's just insane.
It's been a while since I listened
Very
to that
emotional.
song, so I'm gonna have to listen to it again. But your other one, Leigh, and then I'll go into my last one.
Completely not related to the topic, but Australian artist named Tash Sultana. A song is called "Free Mind."
I listened to that on the way home before, and it's fucking great. It's like it's like vaporwave ish, just this fucking like kind of ambient guitar. Just it's really cool. It's trippy.
Very smooth groove
yeah,
drums and bass and
really liked it.
I discovered Tash Sultana sitting in a bar at 13 Pies. We were eating pizza and drinking beer. And for some reason, instead of having classic movies playing on the projector, they just had music videos for whatever music was playing in the house. And this song came on of this like really cool, like sort of groovy guitar song. And this tiny little Australian, she's non-binary now, so she uses them, they pronouns. But they were just grooving out on the guitar, and then I went back and watched a YouTube video, and the YouTube video is about 8 minutes long, and the song is only about 4. But it starts with her building the drum beat on her drum machine, then looping the rhythm guitar, then coming in with the lead, and then singing over top of it. It's just, she's worth a listen. They're worth a listen. Excuse me.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, no, I like I said, I listened to it on the way home, and it's different, but yeah, really good. I mean, I remember getting high at one of your apartments that you lived in, Leigh, and fucking listening to a bunch of fucking vaporwave, just
Vaporwave, yeah.
stoned out of my head, and this reminded me of it, and it's good stuff. The song that I'm gonna add is "These Days," which is very fitting. Actually, I think our band is picking that up as a tribute. I mean, we play a bunch. Well, not a bunch. We play a couple Foo Fighter songs already, but our drummer suggested this one, and it's like, yeah, it's better than My Hero, because like I listen to My Hero so much that I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good song, and it's fitting, but These Days fits better. So. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. You were a dude.
I don't have a beer, but cheers to that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a tea.
Anyways, this has been episode 36 of Lost Signals. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD.
I'm Leigh. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Well, you'll be here more, so don't thank us yet. Anyway.
Thank you now, and fuck you later.
All right. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you later.
Take care.